If your gut feeling and your intuition has led you to this video, the message I'm getting for you is it's supposed to feel good. What's true for you is supposed to feel good. And your good feeling is your gut feeling. If you're someone, and I know that you are, if you use your intuition to connect with this, you're intuitive and you're tapped in. And what that means is that we're in this information data overflow life right now, where there's so much information, there's so many sources, there's so many videos, there's so many things to choose from. So that's why our intuition is actually coming into balance, because there's always a balance in this universe. When there's too much of something, the other thing's gonna rise. So we're in this age of really activated intuition. So you're using that to tap into information, tap into not even the books you're meant to read, but like the pages of the book you're meant to read, the videos that you're meant to watch, and something in that video or that thumbnail or that title or just the energy of it, it attracted you. So when you're tapping into this energy here, the word I'm getting for you is your intuition, is your guidance. It's going to be your guidance harder and stronger from this point onwards, because our world is getting really crazy in terms of digitalization, and with the AI and informations we can get like this. Okay, everything at the tips of your finger, but our brain, our capacity cannot really like access it all, and it feels tempting to, right? That's why all these notifications and all these things that wants your attention. And that's why a lot of people also have mental health issues, because the brain is just so much, and then you feel fatigued and you feel overwhelmed and you feel like there's something wrong with you. But it's because your system is going through so much processing and stress, and there's just a lot going on. So this is why it's very imperative, if you're watching this right now, you're syncing with the frequency I'm transmitting from, and I'm channeling through your higher self what you know deeply to be true, and your gut consciousness, that your intuition, you're gonna see, it's gonna speak louder than ever. And not only that, you're gonna need it, okay? You're gonna utilize it more than you, I'm hearing, than you are comfortable with. So what that means is that, business decisions, friendship, even though you feel like this person is great, and maybe you're dating or whatever, this person is great, all the things checked, and they're smiling to your face, and they're so kind, and they're helping you. But after hanging out with them, after interaction with them, you just feel depleted. You don't feel good, or you feel something's off, and you can't really explain it, because they're so nice and they helped you so much and they're so kind and generous, and you're just like, what the F here? That's actually your gut feeling speaking to you. And that is, whether you feel good or not after interaction or during interaction, it tells you everything. When there's an alignment, it's beyond sensical. Because the thing is, we're all just avatars. Like you see me, you might not, maybe if you see me out in, real life, you might not say hi. I might not be your typical like friend or whatever. But the thing is, when you're tapping into the frequency, it's gonna feel aligned, it's gonna feel familiar, it's gonna feel like it hits. And that's the thing, we're all energy. We're all energy, we are all consciousness. But the Maya world, the 3D world, tells us that we are flesh and bones, tells us that we need to see each other for the skin color, the name, the race, the whatever. And I feel like maybe part of it, it never really resonated with you. Thank you. It never really resonated with you because you're a heart-based person, and you're tapped in and you're intuitive. And you know that we are all just one. I'm having I'm having my afternoon tea here, guys. We're in West Bali. I want to show you a little bit. We have some afternoon tea situation. We have this beautiful island beach vibe, which I have not gone snorkeling yet because I kind of got sunburned. You know the story if you watch my old videos. But the thing is, we're being called to become more intuitive more than ever. And intuition is not even something that you like become. It's something that you already are naturally when you don't identify so much with the 3D world, because the 3D world is really, it's denser and it's based on what do you see, um, the logic of things. But the truth is, intuition bypasses logic. Intuition, you see into the unknown. So if you're connecting with this video and you're watching this thus far, what that means is that you're one of those people who already have this ability deep innate within you. And maybe, you're the one that is like into astrology or numerology, or like, channel messages, or like whatever it is. And people can be calling you like superstitious, or like whatever, they call you all these names. But the thing is, it's not that you are superstitious or you are like, into these things. For what it is because you know that there's a higher, more invisible realm that is beyond the eyes, and you know this. Okay, that's why the moon cycle speaks to you. That's why certain number, the frequencies speak to you. It's not superstition. It's not like, oh my god, 888 222, oh my god, it's my lucky day. Like, for you is confirmation. For you is alignment. For you, it's like the universe is talking to you, it's breathing. And it is. This universe is a very much alive thing. It's what we are, all of us. Everything is part of this one consciousness. So if you really know this truth, you're not going to see separation. You're going to be able to connect with all that is. You're going to be able to connect with the nature spirit, the air, the water, the land, the sun, and you're going to be able to get codes. You're able gonna get information and data. So, your spirit has led you to this video, and I feel like this is a confirmation that your spiritual gifts are about to be expanded. Your spiritual ability, it's not even gift, it's ability. You have this deep within you, and maybe you've been shut down. I'm hearing some of you guys may have been shut down when you were young, because actually when we're young, we're very expanded and we're very connected with all that is. That's why, kids love to speak with animals, and, sometimes speak to like nothing at all. If you watch children, it's really fascinating. And I feel like you're one of those children who are very connected in the invisible realm, and maybe you just feel like you could see things or hear things or connect with the angelic realm. And then as you grow older, it kind of I'm seeing pulled away from you, because you were told to shut down. You were told to get serious. You were told to choose a job that pays you money. But it's not even like that. What you're being told is a lie. You're being told to betray your soul, to betray your deep knowing, betray your true intelligence. And they tell you intelligence is based on smarts. Intelligence based on some guy, some system that gives you, okay, you get A+. Oh, it's based on memorization and not truth. It's like if you ever taking a test, like in university, college, or whatever school, you notice. This is what I noticed, even from a young age, that like tests, like university tests and exams, it doesn't test my true knowledge and my understanding. It tests my memorization skills. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, oh, what year did this war happen? And what was the freaking guy's name? Like, why does that matter? You know what I'm saying? And so, I never really like studied until the last minute, because it's not really about studying, it's about memorization. So yeah, I got good grades in school because I figured it out. And I just really tune in to like what the teacher would ask or the professor would ask, but not really that I know something. Like I would know nothing from that textbook, but I just tap into what would they ask, and these memorization of these stupid facts things. It's not even facts, but anyway, we're not gonna get into that. But another sign is that I feel like you just question reality a lot, and I think that kind of get you ridiculed or get you questioned by a lot of people and authorities. I feel like you might have problem with authorities. Let me know if that's you down below. My badass rebels, who are you? Okay, give me a sign down below. Okay, and if you're shy, or you want to be, anonymous, just hit the like button. I want to see who you are, to feel into who you are, or just give me a that's me, okay? And we'll connect with your energy. I'm seeing some of you guys sending me black hearts in energy. The truth is, you're all heart and soul, but the rebel part of you is not even rebel. That's your true part. Because, guys, before the whole technology, before the modern age, people rely on these moon cycles and these sun and cosmic cycle to base their decisions around. I make a lot of full moon readings and videos and forecasts and, energy updates and stuff. And if you notice, full moons always has a name, like the harvest moon, the red moon, the blood moon, the strawberry moon. The farmers were the one who create these things because it's very aligned with how and when they harvest things, crops, in their practices. And then there's certain healers who would work with the moon cycle, and there's certain I don't know where it was. I don't know if it's Indonesia or somewhere where I think it's Mexico. There's this flower or something that you can only harvest it on the full moon, and that it gives the dye. It gives this red color or whatever, and it gives the dye to the natural textile. People work with the moon cycle. People will work with the energy cycle, and you're an ancient soul, you're an old soul. Let me know if you resonate with this. This is not your first rodeo. It's not your first time being incarnate here on earth. So you're tapped in, you know this, and it can also be in your lineage, in your ancestry. So coming to this earth with so much information, with so much wisdom, knowledge encoded within you, in your blood. This is why we do the DNA activation. This is why we do the divine template activation. If you're interested in that, link is down below. So that we can remember who we are. We can remember our gifts, the hidden paths of our soul, for us to awaken to our true role. Because the thing is, if you hold this much remembrance, you didn't come here to play, la di da di da, okay? It's an option, but it's not your true role, okay? You know what I'm talking about. It's gonna feel true. You came here for a bigger reason. You came here to share. You came here to create, co-create. You came here to help. You came here to be of service. That's your true role. And that's why you don't feel understood your entire life. It's because you're here to help people understand themselves. You're not here to, the opposite. You're not here to be understood. You're here to help people understand yourself. So that's why when you're tapping to this energy of utilizing your intuition to connect with certain information, data, and feeling the alignment with people, intuition is two things: trust and flow. You have to trust your gut feeling, and then you have to flow with it. You have to do something about it. That's when your intuition is not just like a cute, fluffy thing. It becomes a very concrete and tangible thing. So the thing is, in this world, we are taught to not trust our intuition. And also, when we go through certain traumas, we shut down. We're like, oh my God, how could I be with that guy? How could I be with that person? How could I be with that friend? You begin to not trust your intuition. That's why you rely on logic. That's why you always wonder how. But your higher self already know that it's not about the how, that you're always supported. There is an invisible energy that creates all that is. That is the God energy, baby. The God energy creates all that is, and you're provided for. It provides all things. There's the sun, there's the water, there's, whatever, air, you're provided for. But if you don't work with the God energy, you're not going to see it. So I'm drinking jasmine tea, very watered down jasmine tea, because I cannot do caffeine. Very sensitive to that. And by the way, another thing is, if you know that you're very intuitive and tapped in, you're going to be very sensitive Okay, you can be sensitive to caffeine, you can be sensitive to things, food, certain sound, some sound you're just like, oh my God, I can't. You can be very sensitive to like certain videos. Like for me, I don't edit my videos much or at all. I really want to keep it real because I think we're in this age where we have to connect soul to soul, heart to heart. It's so easy to be like AI and all of these things, but it's more rare and it's more true and it's more pure when we connect in frequency. Like for me, when I watch videos, when it's like cut, uh, things flashing in and too much sound effect, like it actually really stresses me out. Like I don't really connect with that. So if you're an old soul, another sign is that you actually prefer videos like this, content like this, where it's more heart-based, it's more authentic. It's like that's what we crave, in this AI digital era, is real authentic connection. Because again, there's going to be a balance. The more fake stuff that are rising, the more real stuff is also going to come through. So that's why in my recent videos, and why I'm really passionate about sharing these things with you, is you're a new earth guy, you're a new earth leader. You're someone who's meant to co-create this new earth consciousness. And what I mean by new earth consciousness is that another way of living, intuitive, heart-based, unity, harmony type of living, not in a performative way, not in a namaste namaste kind of way, but it's in a true way that that is how it's supposed to be. We're meant to live like in perfect harmony with nature. We're meant to honor our divinity. We're meant to honor the resources that the Creator gives us and the abundance, and our divine inheritance, what we've been given. And I really believe that if you're connecting with this energy right now, you know that there's like this revolution that's happening on our planet where the heart-based people, the archangels, I made a video about this. You can check on my channel. A new way of wealth and prosperity is coming in the hands of the heart-based leaders, the heart-based co-creators. That's you, the intuitive ones, the empaths. Because as so much crazy and chaos, energy, there has to be that restoration, that balance, that harmony. So maybe you can be connecting with these words that I'm saying, balance, harmony. It can come out very strongly for you. And that's what that energy is. We're here to be 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 the balance, but we cannot add to the balance if we are not balanced ourselves. So that's why the inner work is important. That's why we have to work on getting to know ourselves and our skills, and really knowing our genius. And our genius is not, oh my God, how much can I memorize from scripture or textbook or whatever. It's how much do I embody it? How much do I embody the energy of love, right? Like even like the scripture and stuff, Jesus didn't say, oh yeah, worship me, biatch, He didn't say that, I don't think. Highly doubt it. But it says follow me, right? Follow the way, follow the miraculous way of thinking, follow love, follow unity, follow impossibilities. We're here to follow that code. We're here to be that Christ consciousness, that Buddha energy within us. Buddha is the awakened one. It's all energy. When you're in this 3D world, when you're like focused on this 3D world, sorry if I'm making you guys hungry. When we're focused on this in this 3D world, we're going to actually take the literal meaning of things. But everything is a code, When we begin to worship the manifested and not the creator, like the creation and not the creator, we lose sight of the truth. Because the truth is everything is encoded in everything. You don't have to read a page of scripture to have the wisdom of the world, the wisdom of God. If you spend time with the trees, you'll get the wisdom. If you spend time with animals, you'll get the wisdom. If you spend time connecting with the sunlight, the weather, the moon cycles, you'll get the wisdom because it's encoded within everything, you know? And this world is very fascinating because it's just a mirror. Like I said, I'm just your mirror. Like, I'm not even real. You're not even real. We are as real as we believe ourselves to be, but we're all part of the one consciousness. It's like, you know, how many cells are in, you know, one body, right? It's the one body, but there's so many cells, and every cell has its own, like, what is it? Like, okay, guys, clearly biology is not my thing, but it has like the I don't know what's it called. You know, like all the okay, yeah, this is not going well, but you know what I'm saying. It kind of like, it has like the brain or like the breathing system, or like, you know what I'm saying, like it has all these, like, insert cool scientific names. And you don't need to get it, like you don't need to know the names to understand something, because it's beyond name, you know. You can call it God, you can call it the Tao, you can call it the universe, you can call it all that is. There's no name, it's beyond name. You know, a chair, I love this example, like a chair is a chair before you called it a chair, before you put a name to it. You know what I'm saying? And when we put label on something, we reduce it to, it's that's what it is. It's like all of a sudden this is a chair. What do we think of a chair? Something to sit on, right? But what if we allow our imagination to guide us to what it could be? Well, you could use it as a ladder kind of thing, right? To extra height, to go up and, I don't know, touch the trees. Look at how many beautiful trees there are, guys, here. You know what I mean? You can use it to, you know, make a campfire if you don't have wood, right? You know what I mean? Like, you get creative. The energy of you utilizing your intuition and what this message finds you is, I feel like you're ready to delayer the programming. And maybe, you know, your entire life you've been told that you're nonsensical, you're too crazy, you're, you know, like you're too illogical, or you're too emotional or something. But the thing is, being intuitive comes from being sensitive. You have to be sensitive, like what I was saying, you know, I'm super sensitive to caffeine. And our sensitivity is what allows us to feel into the intricacies of energy. Okay, we're wrapping over here, guys. Buy my mixtape down below. Just kidding, there's no mixtape. But if you do want to join my Awaken community, it's a private community. It's free for you to join. That's where we get connected, and that's where I, you know, sometimes host live events for you guys, and we connect, and, you know, you can mingle and stuff. So the link is down below, and, you know, everything is down below. You can connect, how you can work with me, how, you know, you can find out more videos and stuff. Is down it's downstairs, down below. Yeah, just remember that the more you relax and feel safe in your divinity, the way that you're created, is not wrong. Okay, I don't know who needs to hear this. Like, there's nothing wrong with you. Actually, everything is right with you. Everything is right with you. Your sensitivities are what's right with you. You came here with supernatural ability, and you're awakened to them. And maybe you haven't learned how to use them to their 100% super cool power. So that's why it feels too much and too overwhelming sometimes, because you feel that you can suck into everyone's energy and feel drained, because we need to master energy. We need to master how to anchor our energy. We need to master, you know, how we give energy. And this is something that, you know, I'm gonna start talking more on the channel, because a lot of you guys are light workers, light warriors, empaths, star seeds, right? Earth angels. And what that means is that sometimes when we come to this earth with very heightened and aware, like an awareness, we actually vibrate at a very high frequency. And it's hard for us to be grounded. So sometimes it's really hard for you to live in the matrix, live in the modern life, have normal relationship. Maybe it's like people are like, I don't know how they go to all these party and gathering and have lunch and dinner, and you're like, oh my gosh, 30 minutes in, I need to go home. I need to tap out. I need to check out. Okay, let me know that's you. And it's like, it feels like you can't handle life. And the truth is, life, a lot of this life is insane. Okay, this world is created by the insane energies. We're not meant to swipe, do the small movement and inhale in so much information and so much conditioning. It's not normal. That's why we have problem with anxiety, because we don't even have time to breathe. How many of you like do that and you're like, I feel so calm and so peaceful, just scrolling away? No, you don't. You feel anxious. You feel off balance, right? So that's why tapping into how can you slow down, how can you ground, it's going to help you with the material world, meaning that you won't have to struggle so much with money. You won't have to struggle with finances. You won't have to struggle with feeling safe. You're going to feel like you belong. And I think that's a really big thing that starseeds need to anchor in, is this sense of belonging. So that's why I'm going to be doing a starseed power up energy activation. At this energy activation, I'm going to go into how you can be grounded in this earth. How can you open yourself to prosperity and abundance? Not just energy. Oh, we live in abundance. Yes, we do. But I want you to begin to really tangibly experience that. So if you're someone who wants to tangibly be at peace, at one with the material realm, link below for the Starseed Power Up Energy Activation. That one is going to be a lifesaver. That one is going to open you up and anchor you down. So, highly recommend. When I feel into the energy of you opening your spiritual gifts and your intuitive ability, one thing you have to remember is remembering that there's a time for everything. I'm hearing for you, there's a time to open up, and there's a time to close for business. Especially in the stages where your gifts are expanding and you're like, you haven't got a handle on how to deal with it. Because sometimes it just comes, you're like, oh my God, what am I supposed to do with all these super cool powers? I feel so much. It can overwhelm your system. So that's why it's really important for you to know how to shut down, how to close it up, how to protect yourself, how to manipulate energies, right? How to, and the word manipulate, it doesn't mean something like negative. I think a lot of people can think of it. It's just how you play with energy. I guess maybe that's the word that might feel better. How you can play with energy, right? How you can close it, how you can send it, how you can amplify it. And that's gonna help you with your wealth consciousness, your new earth wealth consciousness. Is going to help you live a very anchored, peaceful life, and not just so open up here and you're not grounded down here. Okay? Because if you're not grounded, things can lose its like essence, right? Money can be out of the train. You can manifest money all you want. It can go out of the train. You can manifest all these cool things all you want, and then it's something that's gonna feel like it's gonna break, or something's gonna happen, or it doesn't feel stable or secure. So you're not meant to find security in the 3D world. You're meant to create security and stability within yourself, and energetically working with the base chakra, which I'm gonna go into with the starseed power up energy activation. Okay, if you feel called to that, I highly recommend that one. Anchoring yourself in this new earth, where we're being reprogrammed to operate at a very safe, like we feel safe to hold a lot of light codes, a lot of prosperity codes, a lot of wisdom codes, because you need to have a regulated nervous system. And you can only do that when you work on your base chakra. Okay, you want to know more about that? Let me know. I can go deeper into it in another video. And a way to also access this, like I said, in the starseed activation one. This is key. This is key for you. Okay, feeling safe to trust your intuition, feeling that this world is not just what the eyes can see, but what your real eyes, which is your spiritual eyes. When you close down your eyes, you open your third eye, you see with your spiritual eyes. That's the vision. So what does the vision tell you? Does the vision tell you to do this, be here, let go of this? That's the true instruction. If the vision tells you to tap here, buy this book, watch this video, take this course, go for this walk, travel to this country, and it's beyond what you want. You're like, oh my God, I just want to chill and stay at home. I don't care about this. I don't even know who this person is. I don't really watch this person, or whatever. That is your true intuition because it's beyond logic. Okay? So really curious if it's your first time watching me, if this finds you or it finds you recently or whatever, or if you've been here with me in the dinosaur ages, let me know down below. I love you guys so much. I appreciate you. I want to show you a little bit about what's possible, what's possible when we are guided by our intuition. We get to experience next level peace, next level satisfaction, fulfillment. We came here to share, we came here to be, we came here to live. Okay, that's why we're called human being, not human doing. The doing is a natural flow of the being. Okay, be the intuitive vessel that you came here to be, and action will flow very effortlessly. When you clear out the fear consciousness and doubt consciousness, you can believe in your intuition. You can trust your intuition. Okay? And you won't be like, how? Not outside of you. You're asking God, you're asking the divine, you're asking all that is. Please show me, please guide me. And they're going to show you in your third eye. And that's the thing. If you're not going to take step 1, step 2 is not going to be open to you. Okay? So let me know what comes through for you down below. I love to read all your comments. This is Tina Wong. I love you so much. I'm here every single day. So if you feel called to subscribe, I'd love to have you as part of my family. And again, links are down below if you want to check them out. Love you, love you. See you in the next one.